Good afternoon, everybody on YouTube. This is Rick Thomas from Obsolete Video Services. Hey guys, this is a response from a lot of emails, and I'm gonna try to help some of you guys out. I get a lot of people who write me. It's like, you get all this equipment, most of it free. How can I do that on the level that I'm at, and where can I find such things and all that kind of stuff? So I'm gonna answer the questions on this, guys. Yes, I get a lot of broadcast video equipment such as this from my arsenal, but this is a different thing because I do broadcast recovery, which is a complete different thing than a lot of places out there to do home videos, for people. I do pretty much very little home video. Most of my stuff is all broadcast and vintage. So it's a little different on that part of it because most TV stations and anybody in the business that knows who I am, they're just going to give me this stuff. And that's usually the case in almost every aspect that I can possibly tell you. I got TV stations offering me this stuff for free. You could just have it. It's because I'm into the broadcast industry and been in television for 35 years. That's a different type of thing. But I get a lot of people, the mom and pop places that do high 8s, VHS, SVHS, Betamax, stuff like that, the home videotape machines. I'm getting a lot of emails of people asking about that stuff. Well, here's a perfect example of what I've been telling people for months. All right, here's a high 8 camera. This is one of their best models that they made. It's called the Handycam Vision. This has an SVHS output, video output on it. Awesome. It's got a component video output on it. This is a nice camera. And this particular model had the upper buttons for the features with the inner buttons for the menu and all that kind of stuff. This is a very good camera. All right, as you can see, there's a tape in here from some football game. All right, I got this at my local Goodwill last night. Okay, it was in a bag with the power supply, in a bag stapled with a price tag of $8. $8 stinking dollars. These cameras sell for $200 and more on eBay. And plus, they're not even in the condition. This thing was hardly even used. This thing is like brand new. It's ridiculous how new this thing is. This thing is hardly even used. Got it for $8, guys, at Goodwill last night. So what did I do? I stop in there always around 4:30, 5 o'clock when they're starting to stock the shelves from stuff that's coming in. Never go in the morning. In the mornings, because the shelves are pretty cleared out by that time. They always stock their DVDs, VCRs, Blu-ray players, and all that stuff. They do that towards the evening, 4:30, 5 o'clock. Well, I got there around 4:30, I think it was, 4:45. I was looking at all the DVD players and stereos and all the other junk they have sitting there. All of a sudden, the lady rolls the cart in the aisle, and she's emptying all the newer stuff that came in to put on the shelves, right? So immediately I'm eyeing her in her hand. She had this bag, and I knew it was like a high 8 camera of some sort, and it was in a bag that was stapled with a price tag on it, all that kind of stuff wrapped up inside of a bag. Apparently, they never opened up the bag and realized that the value was a lot more than $8. But anyways, I saw it in her hands. She set it down. Another guy was standing next to me because he buys stuff from Goodwill so he could sell it on eBay. I know this guy very well, and he hates my guts because he knows I'm always there for the best stuff, and I'll get it before he does. So he's standing there, and he's always trying to grab stuff for his eBay sales, and he goes in there relentlessly, buying DVD players and different things. And, most people ain't going to buy that stuff on eBay because they're so cheap, you can get them for virtually nothing. But that's what he does for a living, I guess. And this particular guy cannot stand me because he knows I go for all the best stuff because I know the equipment, I know what's worth money, and I know what's worth junk. I know the difference between the different things that I'm looking at. Well, I eyed this camera, and I think he saw it too, and I grabbed it. This guy was pissed. He knew this camera was at high value, and sure enough, I grabbed it, took it up front, paid $8 for it, brought it home, took it out of the bag, and there ain't a damn thing wrong with this thing. I mean, nothing. It plays, it fast forwards. This is a nice unit. $8, people. It's crazy. Check it out. Not a thing in the world wrong with this thing. It ejects perfectly. No jams, no nothing. This tape was left inside the camera. Even got a test tape. Kind of cool. And it is so cool. Not a thing wrong with this thing. And it plays, the camera works, came with the power supply. I mean, God, what else could you ask for? I mean, the entire setup is here. But one thing I love about this camera is it's got SVHS output for capture. That's component output from a camera like this. That's pretty high end. Most of them are just composite. This is one of the higher end cameras that they had with the SVHS component. That's what makes this high-end camera pretty valuable for high quality videos. And it's got all the high-end features too. You know, there is one, it's a digital high 8 or digital 8. They came out with a couple models as well. I have a format for that, so I'm not really worried about it. I did have several of the high 8 cameras, used ones that were just junk I had sitting around, but I never had one that, I was going to actually go buy. Well, this one here, like I said, if I would go on eBay and buy this, it would be an awful lot of money. These sell for a lot because they're very high end. $8, brand new, at Goodwill. Get there between 4:30 and 5 at night. If you are someone looking to buy electronics and you're trying to get yourself a good score, this was a huge score for $8. Big frickin' time. I mean, all you got to go in there and know what you're looking for. Be there when they start putting the stuff on the shelf. You can get stuff for virtually nothing too. This is basically given to me. I mean, $8, that's chump change. That's not even coffee. I mean, this is a freebie. Seriously. You guys could do the same thing. Half the people in Goodwill, they don't know what the value of this stuff is. So they mark it very, very cheap. Unless it's really heavy and they think they can get more money for it, they'll put a bigger price on it. But a lot of the smaller stuff, they put pennies on the dime because they don't know what to sell it for. So get to your local Goodwill between 4:30 and 5 o'clock at night. If you're looking for like VCRs or camcorders, stuff that, even Betamax machines. I mean, that stuff will be thrown on a shelf, and anybody with any common sense will buy it before the next day, which is usually the case. So I hope you enjoyed this video.